NBA leading scorer and our college leading scorer is the flopper.
LaFlop over here you're talking about. Well, Mitch Kupchak's out as the Hornets. Thank goodness. Thank goodness he left the team in disarray and awfulness and
Talk about the GM.
yeah.
He can leave and say I left him on a 3-game winning streak.
Michael's best friend.
They're
Get him out of here. He didn't do nothing.
He's
I thought he was
still
gonna
in
do
there.
stuff.
He's still going to do
I
something.
really hope they keep. I really hope they keep Clifford because I like Clifford's tells it how it is. We suck. That's why we got beat. You gotta admire that.
But you have
it's
sucked
like
ever since he come.
What's that?
They have sucked ever since he come.
Not the last 3 games, Terry. They've won 3 in a row.
That's the only county you got guys who are coming from somewhere that was winning. These guys don't know what losing is.
Terry,
Like
what are
Grant,
you
that
talking
is a
about?
valid
Grant
point.
Williams come from Boston. That he's one of the guys they picked up. These guys don't know what losing
I say
is.
that's a valid point
They don't
because
know-
when the
they don't
guys
know
are
what
leaving, they say,
losing
well, we're
is.
used to losing over
Well,
there.
that's on account of Terry Rozier come there, and he couldn't never get nobody with him. I mean, he had Brendan Hayward. Brendan Hayward was never no good at Boston.
Gordon.
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
name's
Brendan Hayward.
His
Yeah,
name's
listen.
Gordon.
Yeah.
He's a Brendan Haywood.
Yeah.
Gordon Hayward had a baby.
It's actually
I'm
Hayward.
sorry I wouldn't quite listen to that. I
Yeah.
had a good laugh at it.
It's
But,
Brendan
I mean,
Hayward.
you
too.
know.
So the guy who can't remember his name knows if he's a winner or a loser. But I'm just saying that I like Steve Clifford's look.
They're not going to be
Look,
a winner
give me
with
some.
him.
But what Clifford said is, give me some players. Give me some players and I'll win. And I think he will. I think if you give
No,
Clifford
this is when you go
players.
back to what Kevin was saying. Okay, so you're a 7 through 10 guy who's going to be in playoff
No.
games to start it.
No, I think that
They'll never be above a 7 with Coach Clifford.
I think they will.
no,
I give him
that'll
some players.
never happen.
Give him some players.
You better go
I think
get
he's,
a coach.
I think he's no nonsense.
I like him.
I like him.
I like him as far as a guy and who he is, but they're not going to be a winner.
But you don't. Give him some players.
Well, so far he's not been a winner.
He's won his last 3
They've
games.
had a lottery pick for 15 straight years.
He's not been there 15 straight years.
He's been
He's
there.
been in there part of them.
He was
part
in
of
there. He's 2 stints.
I think it might be a third.
Yeah.
Might be a
So
Might
in
be.
the
I'm
middle
serious,
of
it
the
might be.
season,
Okay.
I have to go
Okay.
get 5 new guys.
Okay, this begs the question. Okay,
and
you
4
guys,
of them are starters.
you guys are this 2024.
There's your difference, Tom.
No, you guys is 2024. Always the coach's fault. Always the coach's fault. Okay, so who comes to
Tom,
short?
they went and got 5 guys, and 4 of them are starters.
May I finish? Who replaces him? Silence.
Bill Belichick.
No, the only guy.
Hey,
Hey,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
had 1 second.
Okay, let's run on. Let's
who's
run
an
off.
available
Let's run off.
coach?
Let's bring in
get
Alvin
ready to go.
Gentry.
The
Who
only guy
replaces
that you
coach?
have
Who replaces?
off of your team is the guy you just picked up, Brandon Miller.
You didn't answer.
The other 4 are 4 of the guys
You
that come in.
did not answer.
Hey,
the
he knew
question.
what he was doing because he said, yeah, make that move. I'll change the whole team.
You did not answer the question. If Steve Clifford is no longer the coach of the Charlotte Hornets, who is?
Tom, who's the coach of the Houston Rockets?
I don't know. I
Well,
don't live in
okay.
Houston.
Go get Benny
Okay.
Burke.
We live in Charlotte.
But what
So
I'm
you're
sa-
saying
my point is, you can't even name me an active coach for the Houston Rockets. How am I supposed to name an inactive coach that would replace Steve Clifford? off the
because
top of my
y'all
head?
are the ones talking about firing the coach. I'm not the
We
one
fi-
talking
I
about
don't care
firing
who
the
you
coach.
hire,
Y'all are talking about
Well,
firing
okay,
the coach.
if you want to do it
you don't
this
keep
way,
you don't keep on a proven loser. You just
Yeah.
try somebody else.
if you want
He's
to do
won
this,
his last 3 games.
Tom, if you believe
He got
in
some
that,
players and he won his
then
last 3
I
games.
guarantee you was one of those people that said, I'm glad Milwaukee got rid of theirs. They went and got Doc Rivers, and he's 3-7.
I don't care about what Milwaukee did is the opposite of what I'm saying. Milwaukee fired their coach. I'm saying if you fire your coach, Milwaukee makes my point, Terry. You made my point for me. You fired the coach and you still suck. So what I'm saying is if you're going to fire a coach, you can't fire somebody without knowing who you're going to bring in.
LeVar Ball.
Okay.
There you go.
When you-
I'm just saying, Kurt Rambis.
I had
bring him in.
Rob Schneider.
You know,
I had Rob
I'm
Schneider
just-
cut in my head when you said that. And all I could see
I'm
was,
just-
"Oh no, we
I'm
suck
just
again."
saying,
For Milwaukee.
everybody in every sport, fire the coach, fire the coach, fire the coach. Okay, now what?
No, a lot of times it's
You sound like
players.
the
I can't believe they hired him back.
No,
Why would they
sometimes
hire
it's
somebody you
players.
fired?
They were Browns.
'Cause they don't care about
Browns
winning.
fans this year. Let's fire Stefanski.
They
and he ends
went
up
and
getting
got him
coach of
because
the
they
year.
knew
So, I
he
mean, it's
would
just
do it.
stupid.
They don't care about
Fans are
winning.
stupid.
He's
Fans
a
are
friend.
stupid.
He's a friend of mine.
Fans are dumb, and as long as you listen to fans, this fire the coach nonsense, then you're never going to have stability in the organization. Got to have stability.
Why would they hire a guy who they've already fired? What they fired him first time?
Well, I'm just saying that if you keep this coaching carousel, it's not going to work, man. I'm just going to tell you. It's not going to work.
All right, Tom.
I think Cleveland's a good example. They've had some stability here last few years. They've stability, GM stability in coaching, and look, they're second in the East.
Tom,
Stability.
Tom, you're a teacher, so you're into learning. Zach, hit the button. We're talking, and this is Nurkic talking about what Draymond had learned this during his suspension.
Obviously Dre. This is the first time you had seen him since what happened in that last game. Maybe take me through how that went tonight.
I mean, it's sad. He didn't learn anything, man.
This is what Draymond says he learned himself, Tom.
Just a quick follow-up. What have you learned? Sorry, Adam. I didn't mean to curse. That just slipped out. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. What have you learned since your suspension?
That when I'm in the game, we are a very good basketball team.
They are.
That's what he learned. Terry.
They are.
Terry.
No, don't even go there.
Terry. That's
when
not what the
they got
suspension was
rid,
about.
no,
Terry.
no. Let's put it like this. I'm glad you did that.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
You just played right into where I want to go.
Terry, they started playing Kuminga, who's averaging 20-something a game, correct? Instead of Klay Thompson.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, that's all I need to say. They started playing Kuminga.
Okay. So what did that prove?
Wait a minute. We're talking about his behavior.
Well, I want to tell you something. When
Nurkic
Draymond
says he didn't
went
learn
down,
anything.
no, listen to me.
And Draymond says, I
Y'all
didn't
don't
learn,
even
I didn't
want
learn
to listen.
anything. Did he say he
See,
learned
that's
anything?
what's wrong with this program.
Hit the button.
Tom needs to be quiet.
What else did he listen? Wait.
Kevin needs to
I
be quiet.
wasn't saying nothing.
I don't mind Zach talking.
And I
He's
think people
common
are
sense.
starting to see that.
But
So-
listen to
He
me.
didn't learn anything.
This man is common sense. You're common sense.
Now listen to me.
No.
You're common sense.
When they
You
got
and Draymond
rid
haven't
of,
learned a
Okay,
thing.
I got it.
when
now.
they
I
got
it.
rid of Draymond for them 16 games, Golden State went 8-8.
Okay.
Since they
were
brought
below
him back,
500
no, wait
before
a
that.
minute. When they brought him back, they're 7-2 with him back.
I'm glad. Exactly what I
Thank you
said.
very much.
Exactly what I said.
Thank you.
Before, they were under 500 with Klay Thompson and Draymond on the court. Without Draymond, they go 500.
They're above 500
And then
with Draymond
they
back.
start Kuminga, and now they're above 500.
They're 7-2.
All they did was put Kuminga in the starting lineup.
No, they didn't. Draymond's played almost every one of them games.
Kuminga.
7-2 since
So
he's
Klay
come back.
Thompson's not starting anymore? No.
And I'm gonna tell you
They tried to
something
trade
else.
him for LeBron,
I'm
Tom, and
also-
now he's mad at
Now, see,
he-
y'all
he-
don't even want to listen.
he
Y'all make me so
snubbed-
mad.
No, we
sometimes.
don't. We
He
don't want to
snubbed-
listen.
He snubbed
You're
Steph Curry,
correct.
tried to give him high
Let me
five,
tell
and
you
he
what
snubbed him.
happened. Y'all,
What?
I know you watched it
Watch what?
last week when they're playing Phoenix. Who stopped Draymond? I mean, who stopped Durant? Draymond by himself.
He fouled him, and they didn't call it at all.
No, there wasn't no foul. Nowhere near a foul.
Terry, I ain't even gonna pull it up. It was such a foul.
No,
Everybody in
there
the
wasn't
world
no
knows
foul.
it.
He was
Everybody
in
the world
front of
knows
him.
it. Kevin Durant said,
Who set
some
the
people are allowed to
pick?
do things.
Who
other people
set the
aren't."
pick for Stephen Curry? I mean, Curry to get open. Draymond.
So Draymond tried to get Klay traded for LeBron this past week.
And he even told Durant during the game, I told you I was better than you.
Over a 24-hour period window prior to the trade deadline, the Warriors made an unsuccessful bid to convince the Lakers and LeBron to consider the trade. Now, that's reporting from the ESPN. But a little bit, let's dig a little bit deeper into conspiracy land and chasing facts land, some that Chip won't venture into during golf land. Sorry, Chip. Here we go. LeBron and Dre are close friends. You want us to believe that Draymond went to Warriors management and said, let's try to trade LeBron without talking to LeBron first to see if that's what he wanted? So then the Warriors pursue LeBron, but Rich Paul talks to LeBron and says they don't want the trade to happen. Come on, man. At least make that story believable. What happened was LeBron wanted to jump ship and leave AD high and dry like he always does when things gets hard. But either the Lakers or Warriors couldn't make it happen. Now Clutch and the media want to protect LeBron's image and are saying LeBron vetoed the trade. So that's the rumor mill, trade mill this week on the trade for Klay Thompson and LeBron between the two. And
Since
Draymond's
Draymond
involved.
come back, they're 7-2. Thank you very much.
Jonathan Kuminga.
And they're above 500. Thank you very much.
Tell you, some people score, some people don't. All right, this is Kevin Garnett agreeing with me and talking about Anthony Edwards.
All right, so the last show we did, Kevin Garnett had something to say about you.
I'm gonna put my bread on young fella. He like a young 84 Jordan, boy. You hear me?
He said you remind him of an 84 Jordan. What do you think about what he said?
That's OG, man. Whatever he say goes. So anybody want to argue with him, you gotta take it up with Michael Jordan.
You think he's right, though?
Look at that smile.
I think he's right for sure. 84 Jordan. He didn't say 96, 97. He said 84. You know, he's finding himself. So, you know, I agree with that.
Wolves leading out west. Still in first place. That's a baseball one. That's for Ricky Henderson. Zach, there's one for you. Football, got to get to that in a minute. See if I had any more about. Oh yeah, this is funny. This is Giannis giving a pep talk to his team, trying to build up his team or whatever. And Jeff Teague, if you read up top, was talking about this on his podcast, and he said he wasn't even listening because he's just wanting to get back into his chair. If you listen to Jeff Teague talking, if you pull up one of his podcasts, he tells all these stories in the background of some stuff. He's a hilarious dude, and just him telling about them ignoring Giannis over acting all crazy and stuff. NBA, or not NBA, Basketball Hall of Fame finalists Vince Carter and Chauncey Billups. I don't think anybody's got any arguments with
either one
of those two as far as Basketball Hall of Fame. I don't know about the rest of
I
it.
always liked Chauncey Billups.
I did too. He was really
he
fundamentally sound.
It was Pistons.
He reminded me of a Nate McMillan.
Yeah, he was a very fundamentally sound player and very confident.
Yep.
I liked him.
I'm trying to find the rest of the list of the.
And I can lead
wasn't
you
real
to
flashy.
No.
He was with him when Larry Brown was coaching and Rasheed Wallace, and they won the title.
Very stable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You mean the Finals MVP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good
play.
He was picked third overall by Terry Celtics, and they got rid of him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he could play.
And that was the
Who
Tim,
did they
that
get
was the
that
Tim
trade?
Duncan draft, wasn't it?
I have to look that up and see who Chauncey got traded for from the Celtics.
Antoine Walker, wasn't it?
Was it?
Something like that.
Might have been. You might be right.
It's something like that. That's about the
Time frame might match.
Sometimes you got to get in the right situation, though. I mean, somebody's great player's not in the right situation.
That's one of a lot of people's favorite cult team. Like I got cult movies. That Detroit team is a cult favorite.
I'm looking through some of the other finalists. I don't see anybody's.
Remember Rasheed Wallace called Larry Brown pound for pound?
Walter Davis.
Remember that was the funniest thing ever, pound for pound, best coach in the NBA. It's like, so coaches are measured pound for pound.
Well, Larry says that Rasheed's the smartest player he's ever coached.
Yeah.
A lot of people said how smart he was on the court.
Yeah, I mean, there's there's different kind of intelligences. Just because you can write a paper doesn't mean you can play sports.
Despite drafting him third overall pick, the Boston Celtics sent Billups to the Toronto Raptors in the middle of the rookie season. Maybe they traded him for nobody. Who'd y'all trade for? Morris Peterson? I don't even know. Don't even say. Terry.
We had too many all-stars. No, we didn't know what he was going to become. That's what it was.
Y'all had Rick Pitino out there coaching. You missed out on the Tim Duncan. And it ended up with Billups.
Yeah. Horrible consolation prize.
They acquired Anderson. Who's Anderson? That's not Kenny Anderson, is it?
It very well might have been.
It might have been.
He played
Kenny
for them.
Anderson,
yeah.
Popeye Jones, and Zan Tabak.
Kenny Anderson could play.
You traded Chauncey Billups,
D. Brown, Roy
Cowboy Roy Rogers, and whoever John Thomas was for Kenny Anderson. Terry.
Ooh.
That's
well,
bad.
probably at that time, Kenny Anderson was a better player. I think Chauncey became the
He
better
might have been a
player
rookie.
overall.
Yeah, Kenny was. He averaged like 16 or 17.
Yeah, you got to get in the right
He wasn't horrible.
situation.
Yeah. And Chauncey knew how to run a team. I mean, there's a difference. He was a true point guard.
Patino said something to the nature of that's what we needed at the time. And blah, blah, blah. It's kind of the same thing Terry was just saying.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. I got a cut. Let me do a couple baseball things. Come back and we'll finish up with the Super Bowl while we're still here. Let me roll down through. You saw the worst call ever a minute ago.